everyone, welcome to this channel. In this video, we are going to learn something about the Scrum events. What are the event ceremonies are involved in this Scrum? So this is the sprint you can see. Yeah. Then the sprint planning, daily Scrum, sprint review meeting, then the sprint retrospective. These are four plus five. Fifth one is the sprint. Okay. So those are the Scrum events we are having. Okay, let's go ahead and see the outcomes of each events, how it belongs to and connect to the each other. Okay, so first one is the sprint planning event. So what exactly in happen in the sprint planning, that is we are going to discuss on the business conditions, goals, and everything's visions, and we are taking some features to develop this the user stories from the product backlog. Okay, so in the sprint planning, you can see it's so in the sprint planning, the artifacts is a product backlog. Okay, it's an input and output. It should be a sprint backlog. So we discuss and do as per the sprint structure, that team structure and the capabilities. We are going to choose some user stories to develop in the next iteration, this sprint. Okay, and the output will be the sprint. In the sprint backlog, sprint burn down charts will be there, and it is 30 days plan or something, that is max. We are always do the 2 weeks plan. Okay, so the output is will be the means it's a while doing this sprint, we are having the daily scrum meeting. Okay, that is daily 15-minute startup meetings, the task discussion and impediments if having any, then we are do the decision makings in that. Okay, then after that we are working daily on the sprints, and the last day of this sprint we are having the sprint review meeting, where review meeting will be happen, and we give the that release demo to the stakeholders and the product owner. So informal setup as and when required, as per we doing everything on the pre-production, that is replica of the production. Okay, environment we are doing and deploy the things. Okay, and we are going to release and the we are also work on definition of done thing. Okay, this review meeting, once this is done and approve the review of that demo, we will deploy the things and definition of done. We will do it. Okay. After releasing that sprint, we are having the sprint retrospective meeting on the same day before end of that day. Okay. We are discussing something about the what went well, what we are going to work in the next future days or something in sprint, how we can work it, and what went well as well. Okay, so we are discussing on all those things in this retrospective meeting. This is a Scrum Master responsibilities. Sometimes product owner will not get to involve, just development team will be discussed on what went well, what we can do it in future or something, these tasks, and prioritize on the task and decisions we will do it, so that process will get improved. Okay, we are going to discuss in depth in next videos or something. Okay, let's go ahead and see the sprint. The heart of the scrum is a sprint, correct? A time box event of 1 month or less, during which a done, usable, and a potential reasonable incremental product is created. So, sprint have consistent duration throughout a development effort. A new sprint start immediately after the conclusion of the previous sprint. Sprint contain and consist of the sprint planning, daily scrum meetings, then the development work, then sprint review and the sprint retrospective. So during the sprint, no changes are made that would impact the sprint goal. Correct? Quality goals do not decrease, and the scope may be clarified or renegotiated between the product owner and the development team as more is learned or something. Okay? Then, can a sprint be cancelled? Yes, but even though the sprint backlog items are frozen and do not change, the product owner has the authority to cancel the sprint. This can happen when the sprint goal becomes obsolete due to changes in the product backlog, strategies, approaches to the market, and so many things. If the market will get changed, the technology and that product is not valuable for the users, then we are going to change our sprint goal, and that time the product owner going to cancel that sprint. Okay, so next event is the sprint planning. The sprint planning is the first event inside the sprint, and happens on the day one of the sprint. The scrum team plans what they are going to deliver in the sprint and how way they will deliver them. Okay, time box event, it's 8 hours for 1 month sprint. Participants, that is Scrum team. Okay, the sprint backlog will be ready to at the end of this meeting, and the development team would be able to describe what items they will deliver through this that sprint, okay, particular sprint, and how they will do it. They explain everything into this sprint planning meeting so that everyone will get and know about the things what will going to happen. So you can see it's a sprint planning meeting, team capacity, product backlog, business condition, current product, definition of the. These are inputs: team capacity, product backlog, business conditions, that is goals and vision, current product. Okay, and the definition of done. These are some inputs in this meeting. Then you can see is the sprint prioritization. We can do it sprint meeting, analyze and evaluate product backlog, select the sprint goal. That is sprint goal. Then the sprint planning, we are having a decision how to achieve the sprint goal, design, then create a sprint backlog task from the product backlog item, that is uses stories, features and something, and estimate the sprint backlog in hours. That is sprint backlog. You can see these are left hand side, these are inputs, and that outputs will have described in the right hand side, that is sprint backlog. Okay, yeah. So, what is sprint goal? A short statement of what the work will be focused on during the sprint. That is sprint goal. Short statement of what the work will be focused on during the sprint. Okay. So, determine the sprint goal. Appropriate sprint goals. You can determine the sprint goal, announce that, and focus. Determine, then announce that goal and focus on that goal. Okay, then the daily scrum meeting. The daily scrum is a 15 minutes meeting for the development team to inspect the work since the last meeting. Means it's a daily, right? Means last meeting where what happened in previous day itself, and synchronize their work and plan for the next 24 hours. It must be held daily. Okay, the daily scrum meeting should be held at the same time and place throughout the sprint to minimize the complexity. During the daily scrum, each member of the development team should answer these three questions, three important questions. What work did you complete yesterday? Second question, what have you planned for today? And are you facing any problem or issues? These three questions will get discussed in this meeting 15 minutes time. Okay. So note where the obstacles are not discussed in the meeting. If someone has a solution or a concern, he should mention it after the daily scrum. Okay, we are having the third question, that is, are you facing any problem issues? Yes, just raise the hand and what exactly the problem you are facing, just put it. Okay, then after this 15 minutes from daily scrum meeting ended, the scrum master will connect to that person, and if anyone having the solutions or any the help they can provide, they will connect to them and we get it resolved. Okay, within our team, or we can take a help from other team members or any or product owner business side as well, we can take the help. But we are mentioning that problem in this meeting, but we are not going to discuss it. Okay, because it's a 15 minutes, right? So every team member should discuss the things what he did yesterday, what he is planning today, and what issues he faced, right? These three questions, right? So 15 minutes, it's small amount of time, right? Yeah. Then the event 4 is a sprint review. This is a demo of the sprint functionality. Stakeholders should be present in that meeting. Product owner and stakeholder discuss the backlog, and stakeholder ask the questions if they are having. That CEO, customer, product owner, team, scrum master, you can see director, head of the final product vendor, or everyone will be involved in this meeting. They will review here. They will the team means that development team will give the demo of whatever they have done in that sprint, and after the decisions they have taken by the stakeholders, product owner, in that meeting, they will release after that review meeting. Okay. Yeah. Then the in this sprint review, you can see here the duration of this meeting is normally 4 hours for 1 month sprint, means 2 hours for 2 week sprint. Correct. If the sprint are shorter, then this meeting will be proportionally shorter. At the end of the sprint, the Scrum team and the other stakeholders gather and hold a 4 hour meeting to present the done increment to the customer, definition of done. Okay. So the demonstration is intended to collect the feedback and raise the change requests at the earliest time possible. We welcome the changes in the Scrum and encourages them to be demanded because it increases the satisfaction of the customer and will create the final product that better matches the needs of the customer. So this is the basis of the adaptation. We use the increments to understand the needs and plan further instead of planning everything upfront. Correct. Yeah. So that whatever we will discuss and they will think it should be included in the sprint, we will take that immediately in the next sprint. Okay. Then the development team does not present an item unless it is 100% complete based on the agreed definition of done. The product owner makes sure that presented item are done before the scrum review. The development team demonstrate and explain the items then if it's 100% done. The product owner discuss the status of the product backlog and likely the completion date based on the progress in this sprint review meeting. Then next event is the sprint retrospective. In the retrospective meeting, you can see three questions are there. What worked well? What can be improved? And the suggestions. Okay. What worked well? Team bonding, delivering on time, any you can whatever happened worked well, you can put it in that column. After that, you can go ahead and see put the things what can be improved. It should be transparent. Okay, because it in between the team members and the scrum master, so of course we can open up in front of the team members. Correct. So clarity on requirements, late work nights, or anything you are having that can be improved, column. Okay, then suggestion. Probe furthers with the clients on the requirements, plan for the fewer story points or something. So these are three questions, 3 points, columns you can mention. You can put it a retrospective meeting and you can create this. You can create and put it on the conference pages or something so that everyone can see what exactly happened in the last sprint. Correct. So here, this meeting is normally 3 hours for 1 month sprint. If the sprint is shorter than 1 month, this meeting will be proportionally shorter. Okay, 1.5 hour or 1 hour for the 2 week sprint. After the sprint review and just before the end of the sprint, another meeting will be held aimed to the process improvement, learning lessons or something, okay, which is called a sprint retrospective. This is a rule. We should always look for ways to improve. This meeting is formal opportunity for the improvement, even though we do not limit our improvement to the result of this meeting. Okay, so we will review and inspect this sprint with the regards the people, relationship, processes, tools as well, tool softwares or everything, okay, everything. Okay, impediments or any conflicts or anything, and identify the ways to the improving them into the next sprint. Okay, then tools apps we can see it's ideaboards.com. You can go ahead and do some Google or something, ideaboards.com or a Miro also. The tool is there. You can use this for retrospective meeting. You can add those three columns which we have discussed on this video. You can put it in idea boards and you can start typing on that. Okay, and you can release it as a PDF also. You can upload in Confluence, or you can take that PDF and share with all the members or something. Okay, so this we can say it's a start, stop, and continue. Whole team gathers and discuss what they would like to. That is, start doing, stop doing, or continue doing. This is just one of many ways to do the sprint retrospective. Okay, these three columns also you can use: start doing, stop doing, or continue doing. Or you can use these three columns also: what worked well, what can be improved, and suggestion. Any three columns you can add as per your team members suggest you. Okay, just go through these videos again and again and clear this concept well about these events, scrum ceremonies events. Okay, and if you are having any concern inside, just put it comment so that we can also grow together. Thank you.